Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how to make 3 different tropical summer wreaths. I'm really excited. I wanted to make 3 because then you can have the option to choose which one you like the most and make that one. I'm going to show you how to make all 3 of these wreaths with just one grapevine. I'm using a 14-inch grapevine. I've already cleaned it up. Let me show you what we're going to use. First, I have this rubber bush. I love it. Look at that. It's so tropical. And everything I'm using, I'm actually going to be able to link in the description of this video, so you can grab anything you want. It's a mix of a couple things I have in my shop and then Michael's, so grab what you like. I love this. I'm just using one of these, but it looks so good. I love the big leaves. They just look so tropical. I love them. I actually have this as a real houseplant in my house. And then another greenery. This is a cycas bush. Looks like a fern to me, but I love this. And all the Michael stuff was 40% off when I got it, so that was great. I love the different greenery colors. The middle ones look like that more fresh growth, so they're more light colored. These are gonna look so good next to each other. Got one of these. This is the zebra palm, and it's got the palm leaves, and then it's got this other leaf in the middle. I'm gonna cut that up and use it. So we've got a really nice tropical greenery mix. We're going to be making a greenery wreath. The next wreath, we're going to be adding to our greenery wreath some oranges and these cute little mini cosmos flowers and this white plumeria. Super cute. Our next wreath is going to be also on the greenery wreath, but it's going to be more of the pinks. So I'll get into those next. So first, we're going to make our tropical greenery wreath. This is going to be such a fast and easy wreath, great for beginners. In fact, all 3 of these wreaths are great for beginners because they're fast and easy to make. It's a really simple way of making them. The first thing we're going to do is cut up our rubber bush. I'm just going to show you. All I did was I cut each of these stems off. There are 5 total, so I've already cut them up. There's 5 stems total. Some have that little new growth in the middle and some of them don't, so there's like 3 and 2. So we're just going to add these first, and these are a nice base layer. They're pretty flat, but they kind of curve forward, so I'm just going to glue them. I'm using my favorite hot glue gun, and my favorite wire cutters. I have them linked under tools in the description of every single one of my videos. So I'm kind of placing it along the middle and then angled out. And I'm just going to make sure they are rotated between the one with the extra new growth greenery on top and then without. So we've got 5 of these greenery stems. So we're just adding 1 layer of greenery at a time. And because we're only using 3 different greenery bushes that have pretty large pieces of greenery on them, this wreath is going to go by really fast. So I'm just gluing the stem, placing it along the grain of a grapevine. There we have our first layer, and if you look at the back, it's pretty clean. Looks really good. Now we're going to add this, the zebra palm. And when I'm buying florals from Michael's, I always wait until they're at least 40% off. They usually have some really good end of the season sales too. So I'm just cutting every individual palm leaf. So we've got nice stems. I'm cutting them above where they get thicker. If you're using it, you'll know what I mean. They get a little bit thicker on the bottom like they do in nature. And then, so for these, I'm going to be cutting them up more than what they have. So they come in these little mixes like that, but I'm cutting this leaf off, and I'm going to cut this leaf off because I want to have more control where I put them. And then I'll just leave these 2 together, I think. I just want to have more control of the placement since they're variegated and they're really going to stand out. I'm going to use a second rubber bush, and I'm just going to place them in between those pieces because I just really like these leaves and I want more of them. I want this wreath to look super lush and beautiful. So all of these are just going to go right in between what we have placed. Oh yeah, it's going to look so good. All right, look at it. It's so full. Well, a lot fuller than it was. You could say twice as full. Now we're going to add in our variegated leaves that I've cut up. Oh yeah, this is going to look so good. So tropical. So I'm adding just the darker ones first, and then I'll add the lighter ones. Okay, add this one over here. And I've got 4 of these, and since I don't want them to stand out, well, let me just check. If they don't stand out too much, I can keep it. Yeah, I think they're fine together. If they stood out too much, I would separate them, but I think it's okay. So I'm just going to add these around the wreath. There we have it so far. All our big leaves are in now. Now we're going to add in our little palms. This is really going to make it look extra tropical. So there's big ones and small ones. I'm kind of saving the big ones for the outside, and I'll put the smaller ones for the inside. Okay, now I'm going to start adding the smaller ones. Okay, now we have our last greenery bush. We're going to do the same thing, just cut every piece off like that. These are nice because they have dark, medium, and light. 3 different colors of green. Since we have 3 different colors of green, I am going to separate them to make sure I add them evenly around. And I will start with the dark You can bend them up a little bit. They do kind of bend back naturally, so just bend them up if you want them to stick up further. We're just going to place these evenly around. Okay, now we're going to add in the medium color, kind of in between. You can't really tell a big difference between the dark and the medium color, so you could add in them at the same time, but I'm just going to do it separately. All right, now we just have the 4 small ones left. I'm going to kind of stick these in the middle, in between our lighter leaves here, so that that lighter color doesn't stand out too much. And it just blends in all the way around the wreath. All right, here is our greenery wreath. Isn't this beautiful? The tropical greenery wreath. There's the side, there's the back, looks really good and clean. I love it. So I used 2 rubber bushes and 1 of each of the bushes from Michael's. So this is wreath number 1. Now our next wreath, I'm going to be adding in the florals, but I'm using this greenery wreath as a base. So we can make a completely different wreath using the same wreath base. So we've got our white plumeria. I have 2 stems of this from Michael's. We've got our baby cosmos in this gold yellow color. These are available in my shop. And we've got some oranges, and these are from Michael's. And I wanted to have, you could just use these 2, but I wanted like something to kind of blend these 2 together. And I thought this did a really good job of that. So I'm just going to cut these. And for these florals, personally, I'm not going to glue them in because I want to show you different wreaths on the same base. But if you're making this for yourself, obviously you would glue the stems in. I'm just going to place them along the grain of the grapevine, evenly around. You can cut them up smaller if you like, so that the oranges are more spread out. I'm just going to keep them like this. So we've got 3 sections. And I want to make sure the oranges show, so I kind of plop them up there. Cute. Now I'm going to add our plumeria. So I'm going to be using 6 of these. So I'm going to cut up both of these plumeria stems. So we have 6 different picks of white flowers. And I'm going to add them in between our oranges. When I have fruit in a wreath, I really like to have white flowers to go with it. So these are the white flowers to go with my oranges. This is looking so cute already. And you can see how easily this comes together once you have your greenery wreath done. Here it is with the white flowers. So cute. And I think these next flowers are just gonna be the cherry on top. And I'm cutting them into 5 pieces because that's what I have with one stem. And I love these delicate flowers. They're so cute. So I'm just adding these evenly around the wreath. Move this down a little bit. All right, so here is wreath number 2, our Tropical Summer Wreath. This is our orange wreath. I love it. How fun is that? Makes me want to sit on the beach and read a good book. Oh, I love it. Now I'm going to show you our last wreath. Here's the flowers I have for our last wreath. I have these as an option just because they're so inexpensive. If you're on a tight budget, you could use these instead of these or these. These are on sale for $1. And this gives us a nice little berry texture. But since I have those other things, I might not use them, but I wanted to show you this as an option. $1. And they're cute. They do have some white specks on them sometimes, but if you just take a marker, like a pink marker, that will do the trick and cover them up. So what I'm going to be using, oh, I was thinking about using these. These are my pile. These are some Protea, but I'm not going to. But they are really pretty. So this is what I'm going to be using for this wreath. First things first, I just have one of these, but it is a pink hops, but it's like really big. Aren't they beautiful? They just look so tropical. Look at that. With the greenery. Oh, love. And then I love this texture. I got 2 because they each have 3 bunches and I really like them. You might just use 1 stem, but I'm probably going to use 2. And I just love the texture. They're so interesting. Put these together. So fun. Both from Michael's. So I'll have them linked. And then I have these pink pomelo rose. They're like a tropical thing. And I actually used these in an orange color in my Stock Your Shop workshop for summer last year. That's available on my website if you want it or want to learn more about it. I thought it'd be fun to use the pink ones for this year. But if you wanted to replace the orange, yellow, gold color cosmos, you could use these with the color orange in the orange wreath that we just made. That would be cute too. Either way, we've got 2 of these. I don't know if I'll use 2, but I have 2 just in case. And then I have 2 of these wild anemone sprays. I love these. They are so stunning. I am obsessed with that color. Look at the dark pink inside of the petals goes with this bright pink. And then we soften it up a little bit with the lighter pink. These look so real. These are going to be available in my shop because I did get them wholesale. So you can't find those at Michael's. All right, first things first, pink hops. Since I have 3, I'm just going to place them evenly around. If you want to use more stems to fill in some greenery, you can use these. So I'm just going to place these kind of in the center because they are our focal flower, that and the anemones. Oh, they look so good and tropical. I love them. The nice thing about this greenery wreath is you can use whatever tropical flowers you prefer. I just think they all look so good. Now I'm gonna add in these pink sedum. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use all 6 stems. So 2 stems cut up into 6 pieces. But if you want a more greenery heavy look and less florals, just use 1 stem. That is the beauty of making your own wreaths. Like I said, for this one also, I'm not gluing them in yet because I wanted to show you all the different options. So I'm gonna add 2 of these in between each of our hops. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, I love the colors. These are so fun. I'm gonna add in our anemones. And I gotta cut lower on this so I can have more of a stem for the bud. And this is gonna provide such a pretty texture. So I'm just cutting further down for that. So I have 2 smaller flowers, 4 bigger flowers. They're not that big of a difference. I'm gonna place the flowers around at the same time, but I'm gonna do 2 big ones and then a smaller one, 2 big ones, smaller ones, so it's even. These are just so lovely. Holy moly. Small one, 2. I'll probably change how they're placed in just a minute. That is beautiful. I actually like how they're placed. So you can leave it there if you want, but I wanted to have just that smaller greenery. I think I'm just gonna do 1 of these bushes to keep our costs down. And I think that's all we need. But if you want to do 2, do 2. I think these are so cute. And they come in perfect little picks. 5 picks per bush. So if you wanted to add both, you would do, well, maybe I will add both actually, because I can put it on the outside like this and on the inside to really bring that pink all the way through the wreath. Yeah, I am gonna do both because that looks really pretty like that. And then at the end, we'll add our little buds. So just placing these on the inside and outside. And remember, you're going to be gluing these in if you're making them. But for the purpose of today's video, I'm not gluing them. I mean, I will be later. So if you have someone in your family who just loves Hawaii or just Florida, just loves tropical places and flowers, this would be such a great gift. Mother's Day gift. Oh my goodness. Be fun. Holy moly. This looks so good. This is my favorite. I'm going to ask you which one is your favorite at the end, but just know this one's my favorite. I like pink, so yeah, that is so cute. Oh my goodness. But you can vary these depending on your style and your budget, whatever works for you. Just put this one upside down. There we go. Ah, I love it. This is so fun. I love it so much. Look at that. It looks so good. I'm so happy. What do you guys think? Which wreath was your favorite? The greenery, the orange, or the pink? Let me know which one is your favorite, and don't forget, I will have the supplies linked in the description if you want to make one of these yourself or all of them yourself. Make them as gifts, do what you want, but I love it so much, and I'm interested to see which ones you like. But look at that. Oh my gosh, so cute. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, it would be so amazing if you would hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when new videos come up. But anyway, I hope this was fun. Thank you for watching. Bye.